a new version of Earth for all to enjoy. We are very pleased to announce that humanity has taken yet another leap forward in the ascension of your consciousness. You have made such tremendous strides in your development, because enough of you have become fed up with the way life has been there on Earth for so long, and that segment of the population that desires great change has been getting together in the astral plane with the intention of creating some wonderful new systems for your planet. Not everyone who gathered together in this Earth collective, in the astral plane, would agree with each other if they were to gather together while in their fourth density bodies on Earth, with their fourth density minds and operating from their egos. However, in the astral plane you all come together. Even if you may not agree on what is needed or how to change, you do agree that change is needed there on Earth because the systems that you have in place serve the few and not the many. And we have noticed that there is still a large segment of the population that expects a few politicians to bring about all the changes, while they sit on their hands and do nothing. There are many humans who assume that someone else is going to create that reality for them, someone in a position of power. That is not the case. It takes more than 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 people to enact change on your world. This gathering together of what we are calling the Earth Collective in the astral plane realizes that it takes many of you coming together and working together to bring about the changes that you want to see on your world. The vision that this Earth Collective holds for humanity is brilliant. There is a version of the human collective conscious that you are a part of that is benefiting just from the meetings. But the creations of the new Earth, an Earth that can still be actualized in the fourth density, are beautiful. You are all moving towards this new Earth. You are getting there because enough of you are fed up with the way things have been there on Earth, and you want to see massive changes. Enough people are waking up now to the truth of who they really are as source energy beings, as creator beings, and that is very encouraging to those of us who support you, who want to see you succeed. We, of course, have been invited to these gatherings, and we love to put our perspective into the mix. We also love that this particular Earth Collective thinks for itself. These individuals, and we know that we are speaking to many of you right now, are determined, empowered, and certain that you can all make the best possible version of the new Earth. An Earth that is for all, not just for the fortunate few. And as you put your intention to join this collective out there, we are certain that you will be attending the next meeting that takes place in the astral plane. We are very satisfied with the progress we see humanity making, especially when it comes to the way that you have of connecting with one another. Ultimately, it does not matter why you are connecting. It only matters that you feel connected, and it matters that you feel connected because you are connected. Many people in the New Age and spiritual community talk about cutting cords. It is true that you are literally connected in a physical way that you cannot perceive with your 5 senses. And it is also true that you can never really cut those cords. You can, however, symbolically do so. And if it makes you feel better, then by all means go through the ceremony. But you can never truly be separate from anyone or anything in all of creation. Therefore, no matter what the reason for doing so, when you connect with another human or an extraterrestrial, you are living more of the truth of reality than if you say to yourself that you are going to put up a bubble or a shield, or some other way of preventing someone or something to get to you. It does not work that way. You do amplify energy between you and another by giving the other your attention. And if someone is giving you a lot of attention, then send them love in response to that attention. You do not have to tell them repeatedly that you love them. If they are stalking you, just send them love. You do not have to defend against anyone or anything. And when you come together with others to connect for whatever reason, you do tend to feel more powerful, which is another truth that you want to emphasize, especially at this time when there are so many feeling disempowered. The truth is, you are powerful beings because you are Source, just as we all are. Now, as you demonstrate a willingness to connect to your fellow humans, ETs will take notice, and so will the universe. You will be telling the universe that you like to connect, that you like to feel connected, and the universe will give you more. You can connect to more ETs, or you can connect to more non-physical collectives, and you are more likely to do so when you are connecting to your fellow humans. You do get to decide with whom you connect. You do get to decide which of the pre-existing connections you emphasize, you put your attention and focus upon. If you stop worrying about and preparing for attacks, then they will stop coming. If instead you look over here and you say to yourself that you like that person and you would like to spend more time with them, then your life will get better. We want you to feel connected because that is one of the ways you are shifting. You are shifting from knowing yourselves as separate egoic beings to a collective of connected beings. And anyone who tells you otherwise is telling you a very old story that does not fit with the truth of reality. Because the fifth density is all-inclusive, and so is Source. We invite you to reach out to those people that you want to feel more connected to, for no other reason than the fact that you like their energy, and then see how the universe responds and lines up more connections for you. We have been gaining our own sort of momentum in the conjuring and sending out of energies to all of you there on Earth. We have been enriched by the process of sending those energies down to your density. And we take so much pride and joy in watching those of you who can receive those energies, then go ahead and create with them. We are always recalibrating the energies to fit the precise moment in which they will be sent to you. Not because we are perfectionists, but because we know how important it is to be precise. We would love for you all to take a page out of the Arcturian book and be more precise with what you are offering energetically. We know that many of you struggle with that concept because you do not even know what it means. And we say to those of you who do struggle that you just need to spend more time in silence with your eyes closed. Those times of being alone with your eyes closed, sitting in silence, can be meditation. However, they can also be times when you are processing emotion. They can be times when you are daydreaming. They can be times when you are recalibrating your own energies. You can spend that time sending healing energy, or you can spend that time receiving it from collectives and beings like us. The more you can feel happening within you, the easier it becomes to be more precise in your offerings and in the creation of your reality. One of the ways that you are less focused is when you place your attention outside of yourselves on what others are doing, thinking, and saying. It is nice to be curious about what other people are doing, but we do not like to see you giving any of your power away. If you were religious, you would be giving your power away to a person of the cloth, or a pope, or some other religious leader. As it is so much easier now for anyone to claim to be an authority on anything, it is also easier to get sucked into someone else's narrative. We just want to see more of you caring about being precise with the energy that you offer and the energy that you hold within you. We would like to see you care more about the energies you surround yourself with. And we certainly would like to see you caring more about that than what someone is saying on the internet about some bit of inside information that they got from an anonymous source. We tell you this because we care about you. We tell you this because we love you and we want to see you thrive. We want to see you becoming more of you. And you can only really utilize the energies that are at your disposal now if you are paying attention to what is going on inside of you, more than when you are paying attention to what is going on outside of you. We understand that it is tricky to do this when there are so many ways that you have now of putting your attention on something or someone outside of you. Therefore, all we can say to you is that we invite you to try something different. Look within, feel within, and generate within yourselves that which you want to see outside of you. You have done enough observing now. It is time for you all to create and to be precise in your offering, but unattached to the outcome, to what comes back to you. That is true spiritual mastery, and that is what we see you all in the process of becoming. You are on a path now to a better version of reality, one that supports you as individuals and supports you as a collective of beings. We can see those of you who are awake making the progress that you need to make in order to lead the human collective down this path, and it is a path of self-empowerment. You, who we refer to as the awakened collective, are coming together more and more to share your ideas about the future that you want for yourselves and for the rest of humankind. We know that you all get to choose the future that you experience, and we know that those of you who are awake do so on a regular basis. You create the realities that you prefer to live for yourselves, and now the awareness that there are so many who are in need right now of some kind of assistance has spurred on this coming together of the awakened collective, so that you can be the teachers, the healers, and the guides that you are always meant to be in this lifetime. You are supporting each other in this endeavour, and you are demonstrating that there is not just one way to go about helping other humans awaken their consciousness. There is not just one way, not just one path, but all the various paths will meet because you are doing this as a collective of human beings. Those of you who realize you create your reality know this, and therefore are more interested in helping yourselves and helping others to maintain a high vibration. Then you are looking on for the one true truth about the one future that is set in stone. You are there to create the future of your desires. And now more than ever, the awakened collective realizes that the future of your desires includes all of humanity, being treated fairly, being respected, being free, and being able to follow their dreams and desires, no matter what they may be. We see you doing this every single day, and we know that you have gained a certain amount of momentum and much more power since you have been coming together and discussing these ideas, knowing that you are creating those experiences and inviting others to a reality that is much better for all of humankind. We are eager to witness you all gaining more access to your clairvoyant abilities, your ESP, your sixth sense. We know that some of you came in with those gifts and abilities turned on, while others of you have developed those gifts since you have awakened. However, there are still so many who have yet to tap into these powers. And make no mistake about it, they do make a person more powerful. A person who is a clairvoyant can perceive things that others cannot, which at first can come across as a curse to many who possess that power. However, they are the trailblazers. They are the ones who decided to develop those abilities sooner than most, so that they would be able to show all of you the way to have more control over your gift. We now see that more and more people are getting the upgrades, the activations, and the attunements necessary to have a very wide open third eye. For many, it is not because of anything they have done. It is just time for more humans to awaken. And this is one of the easier ways to get those who have been asleep to wake up. Therefore, the opening of the third eye of so many humans is what will be taking place over the next several months. The mass awakenings that you have already experienced on your world are just the beginning, and there is a need for more. Some of you who are receiving this message right now will be the perfect ones to help your fellow humans who have those newly opened third eyes. And you will answer the call because you have wanted to be of service for so long. And it is also fun to have a gift, and then to see someone else develop their gift. It gives you something to talk about. It gives you something to connect with, and that is something else that humanity needs at this time. You need to feel more connected to one another, because those who seek to separate you are continuing to put forth that agenda in a variety of ways. However, no one can stop a human being from waking up, and these third eye openings, these activations of clairvoyant abilities, are a long time coming. For many it will be a reawakening, a reopening, as they had the gift when they were a child and then lost it for one reason or another. There are many, but nothing can stop the avalanche of energies that is coming in at this time to support so many in the opening and awakening of their third eyes. Humanity's fortitude is impressive, especially in the face of so many oppressors throughout your history. You have continued to persevere in the face of powerful individuals and groups who want to keep you down, who want to keep you in the dark. Now many who are awake have learned about this oppression that is going on from unseen forces, oppression that does not even show its face to you. However, you have learned about these oppressors, and you have become angry, sad, and afraid because of what they have done and because of what they might do next. These beings and groups benefit from you feeling and being divided, pushing against each other based on your beliefs, your gender, your sexuality, your skin colour, your nationality, and any other factor that they can use to keep humankind from realizing that you are powerful beings of love and light. It is their goal to have you feeling disempowered, and then to put all your faith in something outside of you, like a politician or a political party. They do not even care which one you support, as long as you think the other party is the root of all evil. Now it has come to a point where you cannot trust the sources of information that your parents and grandparents trusted. As a result, you have come to rely upon fringe elements, people who make all kinds of claims about who they are and what they know. Even these sources have become tainted and are clearly seeking more divisiveness, more of an us versus them mentality. You, as the awakened collective, must be able to see the good in everyone, no matter what they believe, no matter whom they are supporting. You must give everyone the opportunity to show you who they really are, and not just dismiss them because of which political party or ideology they are aligning themselves with in the moment. It is important to remember that you are all in this together, and we are all in this together. And what you are playing out now in your world is simply a rehashing of what has been played out throughout the galaxy many, many times. You did not create this issue of being polarized and divided all by yourselves. This was a planned part of your spiritual evolution, and it was known beforehand that there would be enough of you who are awake to rise above the polarization of humankind by these unseen beings and groups. And we say beings because we know that they are not all human, and so do most of you. What does all this mean for you, the one receiving this message? It means we are urging you to love your neighbour, no matter what. Love them unconditionally, and you will bring out the best in them. Hate them because of how they vote or how they worship, and you are more likely to experience the worst of not necessarily that individual that lives next door to you, but someone who is like them in some way. We know that those of you who are awake can bring out the best in each other by sitting down with your fellow humans and talking about how you feel about what is going on in your world. If you can respect someone else's feelings and someone else as a being of source, you do not have to agree with the conclusions they come to in order to connect with that person in a very real way. That is how you are all going to get past the current set of circumstances on your world, and you are going to become stronger as one human race, because of the efforts of a minority. You, the awakened collective, are that minority. Te wana, Tawa, Te Awa.